Hey, how's it going? So this video is for Lindsay. Lindsay's a friend of mine who has some lower back issues going on. So she stands on her feet all day and then takes about, I think she has like about a 2-hour or 1-hour bus commute every day, which wears on her lower back all the time. So I am going to lead you through a few poses that will that'll unlock your lower back by targeting the hamstrings and getting things kind of just moving in there. So go ahead and roll out your mat. That's all you need, and get some space, and let's get started. So we're going to start out laying on our bellies. So come all the way down to the ground. Pine cone under here. So yeah, come all the way down onto your belly, and you can either have both hands right by your sides or just start off with your head down on your hands. And if your head is down on your hands, just go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Let it go. So first thing we're going to do is just get connected to our breath. And to do that, all you have to do is start to let go of any thoughts that are going through your mind, any past concerns, or any future plans. Just go ahead and start to let that go. And come into your breath and allow your body to start to relax. And you can probably already feel by laying down on your belly that your lower back is going to start to release. So take a few more inhales and exhales here. And allow your shoulders to relax and your throat to relax. Now go ahead and bring both hands down by your sides and bring your forehead down to the mat. Now from here, just get both legs glued together. So you want your knees, ankles, toes touching everything. Plug your shoulders back into your scapula, so you're rolling your shoulders back and pulling your shoulders down. And then glue your elbows to your ribs. And then on an inhale, you're going to lift your right leg up as high as it goes. If it goes to here, that's about it. But if it goes all the way up to here, get it up there. So take a deep inhale, lift your right leg. And then exhale, lower your right leg down to the ground. Then inhale your left leg up. Lift it as high as you can. Use your lower back muscles to lift your leg up, and you want to press that right leg down into the mat. And then lower it down. And then inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and flex your foot and kick your heel as high as it goes. Kick it until it bends. So if it bends here, that's a little too high. So straighten your leg a little more and maybe lower it just a touch and lower it down. And inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. Now on this next inhale, lift your upper back and chest up off the ground, and then on an inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, lower. Keep your back lifted, and then lift your left leg. Lower. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, lower it down. And inhale, lift one more time. And exhale, lower. Now from here, press both hands down into the mat. We've warmed up our back a little bit. Now we're going to press back to child's pose. So go ahead and open your knees wide, set your hips back on your heels, and then relax your head down toward the ground. So you can keep your knees nice and wide here, but make sure both toes are touching. And let your hands just lay out in front of you. And if your back is pretty tight, you'll almost immediately feel this. And if you want to get more into your lower back, you can bring both knees together, but make sure both toes are touching. And relax. So if your legs don't all the way touch, that's totally fine. So if your knees are together, go ahead and open them out. And then just walk your hands out to the left. And bring your hands as far out over to the left as you can. So if you can come to here, bring them out to here, but just reach your hands forward and lay your head down on the ground. And then once you lean as much over your left leg as you can, lean into your right shoulder. And you'll feel a nice intercostal upper rib stretch. Depending on how your body's built and how much tightness you have, it might feel a little different for everybody. Take a deep inhale, and you can stay here as long as you want, but we're gonna move. Take your hands all the way across your mat, all the way to the right. Lean over your right thigh and make sure both arms are stretching straight out from your shoulders. And then lean into your left arm. Good. Lay your head on your left shoulder, on your left bicep. Depending on how low you are here, you could. Some people are up here doing this. That's totally fine. Just start to breathe and relax. And then when you've had enough of that, go ahead and walk both hands all the way out to the center. And then tuck your toes. And we'll head up to down dog. So lift your hips up by pressing your legs straight. Relax your heels down. And plug your hands into the mat. And rotate your elbows forward. Then you can bend your knees here, walk your dog out. Relax your left heel down, bend your right knee. And then straighten your left knee. Straighten your right leg, bend into your left knee. So this is a good anytime pose, basically. Good, take a deep breath. And exhale. Now from here, take 10 tiny steps all the way up to your hands until you come to a forward fold. We're not going to stay here very long, so just press up to a halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. And then stand all the way up. Keep both palms pressing together and actually try to press the front sides of your hands together. So the outside edges of your palms, try to press them together. Tuck your hips and lift your chest up. But when I say that, I mean try to lift the whole rib cage up away from your hips. And then bring both hands down to your chest. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, lower your hips back behind you and then squat down with your knees. So you want your hips eventually to be at the same height as your knees. And then keep your chest lifting up, coming into Utkatasana, chair pose. So keep your back lifted as if you want to lean against the wall behind you. And then take a deep breath. Exhale, let it go. And inhale, come back up to stand. So we're getting into our quads and getting into our hamstrings here. So keep both hands pressed together. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, set your hips back and try to imagine you're sitting into a little chair here. So come into chair pose, keep your back up. And then if you want to go take this further, you can then reach both hands out in front of you and up to the ceiling. If you want to take this even further, you can bring your hands out to the sides. Go ahead, take a deep breath. And then exhale, stand all the way up, press your hands together, and then bring both hands down to your chest. Third time, last time, ready? Take a deep inhale, lift both arms high. And as you exhale, keep your arms up, set your hips back behind you, coming into chair pose, and use your lower back muscles to keep your chest lifted. Inhale. And as you exhale, dive forward, fold over those legs, and then just step your left leg straight back immediately. Take about a 2-foot lunge here. Keep your right knee bent. Keep your left hip pulled forward, and then inhale up to Warrior One. So we're going to stay here for 3 breaths. So you want to keep your left hip pulling forward and your right hip sucking back, and keep your right knee directly over that right ankle. One more breath. Exhale. Inhale, and as you exhale, open up to Warrior Two. So turn your chest toward the left side of your mat, reach your right arm forward, left arm back. And in Warrior Two, you can take a longer lunge here. So you want to step your foot back, maybe about 1 foot to 1.5 foot back. So 2 more breaths here. Make sure that right knee is directly over your right ankle. And as you exhale on this next breath, cartwheel both hands forward, step your back foot up to forward fold, press up to a halfway lift, get your chest to come up to the same level as your hips, And think about that cobra back that you did in the very beginning. So you want to scoop your chest forward and use your lower back muscles to concave your lumbar spine down. And then as you fold forward, take a step back with your right leg, about almost 2 feet, not too big of a step. And then as you inhale, lift your chest up, reach both arms high. Warrior one. 3 breaths right here. Try to relax your shoulders down, tuck your hips forward, and use your chest. Tuck your hips forward and breathe. You can keep both hands at your chest, keep both arms up. Wherever you are, make sure your chest and your hips are in the same line. And on your next exhale, step your right foot back a little further, reach your right arm back, left arm forward, and breathe. Warrior two. So take note of your left knee and make sure it's right over that left ankle. So if you go down further, your back leg can scoot back, or you can bend into that knee a little bit, but just make sure you're not coming past that left knee, or past your ankle. One more breath. And as you exhale, cartwheel both hands forward, step your back foot up, inhale, press up halfway. And exhale, forward fold, and we're going to stay right here. So this is the #1 pose for releasing your lower back, in my opinion. Because as long as you're stretching your hamstrings, you're letting your lower back release. And then not only that, but you're stretching your lower back in this forward fold. You're stretching your traps, which come all the way down to your sacrum and your hip bone. Your latissimus dorsi. And you don't need to force yourself down. Just allow your upper body to hinge off of your hips and relax your head. Now from here, grab your left ankle with your right hand, twist to the left, bend your right knee, and then bring your left hand to your left hip and look up at the ceiling. Ooh. So looking up is kind of an intensification, so it'll actually throw your balance off a little bit, but that's just adding a little challenge. And if you want to go further, you can lift your left hand up. So you're really getting into that left hamstring now, and lower your right shoulder down toward your right knee. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, come back to center and switch sides. So grab your right ankle with your left hand, twist to the right, bring your right hand to your right hip, and then reach your left arm up. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. Lower your left shoulder down toward that left knee. This is also an IT band stretch. I know that because I can feel it. Good. Take one more breath. Reach your right arm up. And exhale. Lower down. Nice. Now inhale. Lift up halfway. And as you exhale, plant both hands, step both feet back to plank, and then just reach your hips up and back to down dog. Nice. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, relax your heels down toward the ground a little more. Good. Take a deep inhale, look up at your hands, bend both knees, and as you exhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands, and then just straighten that front leg and walk your hands toward the center of the mat. Just come into a nice long lunge here. From here, keep your back nice and flat. So you want your back to come up to a halfway lift, come up to the same height as your hips, and take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, fold down in between your legs. And you can take as wide of a stance as you want here. Some of us can actually bring our heads down to the mat. But if that's not you, if you're not there, that is totally fine. And you can use your arms to lower yourself down. You don't have to let totally free fall fold here. You can use your arms to cushion and gauge this fold. Try to relax your lower back, relax your head, and just come back to your breath. Slowly walk yourself back up, then step to the front of your mat. Lift up halfway. And step both feet back to plank. Good. Lift both hips up to the sky. Bring both knees all the way down to the mat. Point your toes back behind you. Relax your head down on the ground. And just breathe. And walk your hands back toward your knees. Sit yourself up on your knees. To finish this off, if you'd like to take a 5 to 10 minute meditation to really just calm your mind and kind of relax, or take a short shavasana, it's totally up to you. Thank you so much for taking this class, Lindsay. I hope this helps. And I'm going to make 2 more for your lower back, and I'm going to incorporate some twists and also a way to strengthen your back rather than just stretch it. So have a great day. Thank you for watching, and namaste.